Hey guys, press the bell icon and never miss a video from Iola DIY.
Hi guys. So I think this is one of those rare times when you'll be seeing my face because today I'm not going to talk about the project which you see there. That is just there so that I can keep you guys interested. I just didn't want to post a video with just my face and me blabbering all over. I just wanted to make it a very nice interactive video where you guys could see what I'm creating, and side by side you could hear me speaking out my thoughts and everything. So this video is specially made for my very close friend Vandana and her new group called Iridescent Secrets. It's a Facebook group. I'm gonna link down the group URL in the description box below, and you guys can check it out. They have monthly challenges and the prizes are really good. So for the month of June, I'm the featured artist, and I've been asked to make this video for you guys specially, where I will talk about all my design team experiences and how I got into them and my craft journey. So let's get started. So this is like my no makeup look. I just have some kohl below my eyes because I went for a birthday celebration in the morning, and like I'm enjoying the fact that I don't have to dress up. I can just be in my PJs all the time. So I really like this time of COVID where I can just be myself. Although it's a very sad time, I really hope everyone around me is safe and we get over this soon. So moving on, so about my design team experiences. So let's start with my crafting journey. So it was the year of 2009 when I created a card for my friend. His name was Asim. I mean, his name is Asim. And I made a 3-dimensional card, and for that I looked up a lot of blogs, and then I discovered, oh my god, like this paper, like so much of glamour you can associate with paper, right? It's so magical. Like you can just have so much with paper, right? So that made me realize that this is something which I want to do. So I went to a local craft store, and back then in India there was literally nothing. I'm telling you guys, like it was impossible to find a single punch. Like there was this lady who used to sell them, and it was known as Martha Sweetheart Punch. It wasn't even known as Martha Stewart Punch, right? And each punch, which is usually like $20 something, in India it would sell for like $50-$60, and that was like the beginning, like that was beginning of something really big back in India. So in 2009, like I started buying these little things, and I remember there was this girl, Sampada Samya, I'm forgetting her name, but like I'm so thankful to her. I don't see her anywhere now. Like so back then it was only blogs. So my blog was called Miss Not So Good with Words back then, because my English was not that great and I was really not good at writing. I was good with expressing myself through art, through my creations. So I started that blog, and we were these bunch of couple of bloggers. Like I was there. I remember Anita Kejriwal, she was there. She's my inspiration. Till date, she's still my inspiration. Ujjwal was there. I'm not sure if you guys are seeing it, but yeah, if you are, hi. These were like bunch of talented ladies. Shubhra Jain, who's now in Seattle, she was there. We started it, like back in India it was the beginning. Tejal, and one lady was called Ashalata. So all these names I'm naming them because I want to pay my respect to them. Like they were the pioneers. So that's when I started, and I started discovering about tools and everything. So then I discovered this tool called Silhouette, because for me to own a die cutting machine, it didn't seem feasible. First die cutting machine was like $100. It was Big Shot back then, physics, and each and every die was like approximately $20 to $30, because in India everything, the price was increased. Low demand and only few suppliers were there. So then I realized that there's this machine called Silhouette, okay, and they still have machines out there. It's called Cameo. It's something like Cricut, where you have a software and you just feed in your design and it will cut. There's a blade. So I decided I'm going to invest in Silhouette, and that actually helped in saving a lot of money, because instead of buying die cutting machine or individual dies, my possibility became limitless, because with that machine and my computer, I could do wonders. So that's how I was able to give professional touch to my cards, because earlier I would just use my scissors. So one word of advice to everyone: instead of investing in dies, if you're low on finances, invest in a electronic die cutting machine like Silhouette or Cricut, where you can feed your own designs. You don't need these dies or anything like that. So that's when I started. And then there was this guy, his name again I'm forgetting, in my college, and this was like my undergrad, and I'm a computer, I was doing my computer science, I was doing my bachelor's in computer science back in India. So that dude, he just asked me, hey, can you make a scrapbook for my girlfriend? And then I was like, yeah, sure. And he was like, I can pay you. I was like, okay. And then he told me he's gonna pay me like $10 for a 12-page scrapbook. So that was my first scrapbook, which I made for his girlfriend. And after that, orders, they started pouring in. So from $10, I started charging $20 for a scrapbook. And it had like standard 10 to 12 pages. And then I would go to these old markets in India, like stationery markets in Delhi, like very unsafe for women. Trust me, guys. And I would just go there alone, like a warrior. And then I would just go and buy all the craft supplies, like stickers and colorful papers and whatnot. And like, it was a very exciting time, because I wanted to start a company. I wanted to grow it. Like it was my passion, guys. It was my passion. So by the end of 4th year, like, my parents used to give me $60 as pocket money every month. And because of my business, I was making like, $200 a month as pocket money. So I was able to splurge on extra food, like, I was able to go to restaurants and eat. So those were the little things. I come from a very humble background. So those were little things which I was able to do with this extra income. And then what happened was, this is not 2012, okay? So 2012, I got a job as a computer, like as an engineer in this company called Infosys. Infosys, and it was situated in a metro city in India called Bangalore. So what happened? I never wanted to join that job. I mean, the job used to pay approximately $400 a month, okay? And with my business, I was making almost, at that time, like, almost $1,000 a month, like, when it wasn't full-fledged, like. So then I was like, why would I go and join that company, like, when I'm making so much in my company, which I enjoy doing? And I would like create for 16 hours. I would get so many orders and everything. So I just decided not to go with that job. And then there was this whole story where my parents were not supportive of my business, because again, I come from a very conservative background. And then I just couldn't do everything openly. But eventually there was this turning point in November of 2012 where my parents were like, okay, do whatever you want, okay? And then I started my business full-fledged. So every month I would make like $5,000. I think I'm saying a little higher. I would make around $2,000 to $3,000 a month. And that was, trust me, very high for living in India. And my friends who joined Infosys, they were making like $400 a month. So with my company, and I was not a good student. So I was always bullied because, like, I mean, I never failed, but in the sense, I would not get good scores. Like, I was always the black sheep. So all of a sudden, this black sheep was making good money, doing good for herself and everything. And then eventually, like, coming from a conservative background, my parents decided to get me married. And they chose a guy who still lives in US, my ex-husband. And it was an arranged marriage. Like, we don't have much say when it comes to arranged marriage. And I moved to United States, and I was excited in the beginning because I was like, oh my God, I'll get to visit Michael's and Joann's and everything. I mean, those were like dream stores, right? Like, they're like candy shop for a 3-year-old girl who would see Joann's and Michael's for the first time. So in 2014, I moved here, precisely 2013 December. So for simplicity, I would say 2014 January. So in the beginning of 2014, when I moved here, I went to Joann's and Michael's with my ex-husband, and like, I just behaved like a small kid. Like, It was so much fun, okay? But then I bought all those supplies and everything. I realized, what have I bought it for? Like, I mean, I don't have any orders, and it was very hard to ship back in India. Although my clientele was very loyal, so some of them even ordered from the US and they paid like $200 just for the shipping. Very grateful to those people, like to those clients. They helped me so much. Then there were two girls. One was Amy Thakkar and the other one Deepal Shah. Yeah, they both were coming to the United States for some traveling and some other purpose. They decided to take a stop at my house and take a class from me. Like, so I gave them classes like on how to do mixed media and all. And this is again 2014 of winters of 24, like January, February, March, these 3 months of 2014. So in a way it was nice, and I felt really good because somebody coming all the way from India and then taking your class, one-on-one class, and it helped. But then eventually we moved to Chicago in July of 2014, and when we moved to Chicago, I realized that this business, I couldn't start a full-fledged company because of my visa issues. And another thing, I realized that there was no market for these handmade products in the US, at least not as good as India. I may be wrong, but not as good as India. So then I decided that I'm going to do studies. I'm going to do my master's and get a regular job as a software developer because that pays well. So I got myself enrolled into a college, and then I did my master's and everything. And for those 2-3 years, I was barely crafting, because like I was studying entire day and I wanted to do good for myself. So after that, once that period passed by, my graduation and all happened, I got a good job and everything. And throughout the time, let me just tell you, my marriage was really bad. Like, we had no understanding. I mean, I have all respect for him, but the thing is, we both were, in a way, like, our parents basically forced us to get married, right? So we were very different people. So our marriage was horrible. Like, we were not happy at all. So after that, once I graduated, my marriage was so bad that just to escape from it, I decided I'm going to start crafting again. So after a huge gap, which you would see in my YouTube channel, like you'll see like there's a big gap, and those who know me personally have noticed it. I started again crafting. But you know, when you craft, you need a purpose. When I was creating in India, my purpose was to create my company and create these beautiful things which people could get it personalized and, like, you know, keep it throughout their lives. Money has been a driving factor for me, I'm not gonna lie. It would pay me, right, back in India. But here, I had no purpose because I would create and they would just stay in my house, right? And I didn't have friends, to be honest. I didn't have many friends. Now I have many, I'm very blessed. But back then, like, I had a very horrible life, and like, it was a very sad life. I'm not going to get into details, but it wasn't a happy life. So just to escape from that sadness, I started crafting. But while I was crafting, I needed a goal, and my goal became Prima Marketing. So my entire energy went to creating beautiful projects so that I get selected in Prima Marketing design team. And that's the whole thing. Like, you know, for getting selected in a design team, for me, what worked was having a goal. So I started creating. I started very slow. Like, I started buying these paints and all. Like, I didn't have much supplies related to mixed media, because from those who have noticed it, like, I was doing mixed media, then I shifted to shabby chic, like laces and pearls and blings and all, and then again mixed media. So a lot of people were like shocked also. Oh, just to get into design team, she's now doing mixed media. I'm like, yeah, I mean, that's my goal. That's my way of expressing art. I mean, you can't tell me what style I should choose and what style I can't choose, right? So I started with this whole goal of getting into DT of Prima Marketing, and this was July of 2018 or 2017. I'm still thinking. I'm sorry, guys. It was July of 2018. I got selected, but I started my preparation in the end of December of 2017, because that's when things started getting really rough at my house. So I used to create in the night and escape from this whole sadness and, you know, whatever I was dealing with. I was diagnosed with clinical depression and everything, and crafting helped me a lot. And I had no one to talk to because I couldn't even tell my parents a lot about it because my mom has been suffering from some mental issues and it was just a sad life. So then I used to create, and my creations became my escape. I started expressing myself, my pain, my sorrows, everything through art. And once you create from your heart, your art automatically becomes beautiful. And I used to post it, Prima used to repost it, like it, and that's how I got into their site and I got selected for Prima design team. And throughout the whole process, I was part of some more teams, but then again my goal was always to be with Prima. I'm very loyal to Prima. I love Prima. Like, I'm very blessed to be part of that family. So the other design teams, eventually I just stepped down from my duties because I was not giving my 100%. So fast forward, I was with Prima, and then 2019 of January, like, I decided to part ways with my ex-husband. And exactly this time last year in June, we got divorced. And almost 1.5 years now since I've been living alone separately in Chicago. And I'm having a very happy life. Like, I create when I get time. Obviously there are other things which have taken priorities, and in that the most important thing which has taken priority is me. Now I'm catering myself. I'm focusing on staying fit. I'm focusing on staying happy. I'm focusing on how to just be I've always lived a life where I needed validation from others, but finally I'm at that stage where I don't need validation from others. I'm at peace with myself. I love my house. I have about 35 house plants. They are thriving and they give me so much of joy. And at the same time, I craft. I am just with Prima Marketing right now, and I craft for them, and I craft with heart for them. And you guys have seen a lot of my live videos. And that's my story, guys. That's my story, my entire story in like 17 minutes. And if you guys have any more questions about it, feel free to message me. I would love to talk about it. And again, big thank you for joining me today, and have a wonderful day. I really hope you guys have enjoyed the project which is there on this side or this side. I don't know where I'm going to place myself in the video, but do leave me your comments below, and I would love to hear from you guys. And have a wonderful and a blessed day, and stay safe, guys. Bye.